Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy Cowboy in Japan, and this time around I'm gonna share a sad realization that I recently made about how I got fat in Japan. Now I know what you're thinking, dude, what are you talking about? You're not fat at all. And you know, that is true. I'm not totally overweight, but my body has changed. So I'm gonna talk about how it's changed, why it's changed, and how I got fat in Japan. Okay, so back home, I was a very picky eater. Like, I only ate meat, like chicken, beef, pork, and kind of had the appetite of a child. Saying that, I mostly ate like kiddie food, like like tacos, spaghetti, fried chicken, you know, stuff that's usually on the kids menu, just easy stuff. I like to stick to what I know. I'm really not into trying new foods, especially if they're kind of like scary looking or something. Like, I'm not into like fancy pastas or grown-up food, you know, if you want to call it that, grown-up food. I'm just a plain, simple spaghetti, tacos, pork chops, steak, macaroni type of person, you know, simple things. So coming over here, I knew that I was in for something kind of big. A big change in my diet. I was not a fish eater. I hated fish back home. The only fish I truly loved was tuna fish. I loved tuna fish, but that was it. Nothing else. I hated fish, and I never really tried fish, but the smell by itself, I know tuna is really strong, but the smell of just normal fish, I just knew or thought that I did not like it. So things like sushi were like totally out of the question for me. Like, I did not want to try sushi at all. I really didn't like mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. Onions, I hate onions. The only vegetables I really like are like lettuce, tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, just the basics. So I thought I could stick to my old diet, that I wouldn't have to change very much because, you know, they have chicken here, they have McDonald's here, so I thought that I could live like that. And for the past 2 years, almost 2 years, I have. It wasn't until recently when I had to go take my picture for my resident card that I noticed that my face was more wider, more full. And I mean, it could have been because I always had my hair long too, so it would hide the sides, but since I cut my hair, the sides of my face were totally visible, so I could totally see that my cheeks were more full. So I asked my wife, I kind of look a little bit fat, don't I? Did I get fat? And she said, of course you got fat. I was like, what? What are you talking about? I'm not fat, you know? I mean, yeah, I don't eat very healthy, but, you know, I'm not, you know, overweight. I don't have like a gut or anything. And she told me that when I first came to Japan, I had the body of a boxer. I guess back home, you know, I would exercise all the time. You know, I had a full weight set. I had a bench press in my room. I just had access to gym equipment, you know, at my house. Here, I haven't worked out in like 2 years because I don't have anything. I don't have any gym equipment. I mean, I guess I could walk around, but I don't walk around. I usually like take the bus if I need to go anywhere. I mean, sometimes I ride my bike, but I don't really exercise that much. So as she was explaining to me how I got fat at the immigration office, you know, we're waiting for them to call my name, and we're talking about the picture and how I got fat. And she's like, oh my god, you got fat in Japan. Who does that? Who gets fat in Japan? And I was like, oh my god, you're right, I got fat in Japan. Oh, well, you know, I lost muscle mass, and because of my diet, man. Basically, what I eat all the time, most of my meals consist of chicken and rice, pork and rice, beef and rice, cheese curry, cuts curry, gyudon, spaghetti, McDonald's, American dogs, corn dogs. I drink a whole lot of Coca-Cola. Basically the same things that I was eating back home. So all of that over the course of almost 2 years, instead of eating fish and, you know, healthy stuff, I got a little bit fat in Japan. Now, after I realized this, I quickly changed my diet. I was like, oh my god, okay, we gotta start working out. We gotta start walking every night. We gotta start eating fish. You know, we went to the grocery store, got fish. I'm gonna cut down how much white rice I eat. Now I only eat like a little bitty, like, you know, I don't know, like one chawan full of rice. I don't know, one little bowl of rice. I don't know how you would say it, 1 cup. I don't think it's a cup. I don't know. Cut back on how much Coca-Cola I intake. Basically, I try to take my whole diet and flip it around, make it more of a Japanese oriented diet. So that's how I got fat in Japan. I don't know if it was entertaining for people to watch and see how a stupid American could come here and think they could eat like they were back home in the US. But you gotta understand, I'm from Texas. I'm not trying to stereotype Texans, but I used to eat steak almost every single night. You know, I'm a meat guy, meat lover. You know, chicken, beef, pork. That's me. But I guess it caught up to me, you know, in the end. So I changed my diet. That's how I got fat in Japan. Don't make the same mistake. Try sushi. You know, I love sushi. Actually, not recently, but like, I don't know, like a year ago or a year and I don't know, way back when I first tried sushi. I was really scared because, you know, it was raw fish and I hate fish and it's not cooked, so I thought, oh shit, this is gonna suck. But sushi's actually really good. I like sushi now. I like some seafood. I'm not totally big on all the weird shit, but you know, I changed my diet, changed the way I look about food, and don't make the same mistake I did. Try new things, especially if you're coming here. Don't try to eat like you did back home. You know, start eating tofu, start eating fish, cut back on the white rice, get used to green tea because it's like water here. Really, like, Japanese people treat green tea like it's water. Really, like, I'm not over exaggerating. It's the water. It's the basic drinking option here in Japan. So that's my video. I hope you found it helpful or you found it entertaining. Please comment. Please like the video. It really helps me out a lot. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.